We're going to be tracking more of the same, it looks like, as we get into our Tuesday. So if you've got any of those outdoor chores, you probably want to aim a little bit earlier into the day, because we're going to be tracking some more of those widely isolated storms across mid-Missouri. That'll help keep us a little bit cooler than especially what we're going to be getting up to later this week, in the low 80s here later on today, with, again, more of that mix of sun and clouds. But tell that to the folks waking up down at Lake of the Ozarks here. It's pouring down there. That is not fog. Normally you can see at least a little bit of those hills into the background, but that's not the case this morning. Latest look at FUTURETRACK, again, trying to pick up on some of that in some of our southern counties. I think that's where we see it this morning. Not sure it's going to last too much longer, but we'll keep tracking that as we get into these mid to late morning hours. I think by this afternoon, again, largely what we saw yesterday, that widely isolated coverage, is what we're going to be dealing with later today as well. As we get into really any time after lunch, I would expect to see some of those thunderstorms get going again tomorrow. Going to be a little bit of a different story. I think that ridge maybe gets a little closer than we thought, and that's going to try to push some of those rain chances off closer towards St. Louis into Illinois. So I think we do a better job at staying dry. We'll keep those rain chances in the forecast. You want to still keep that umbrella with you, but I think we're going to start to transition away from the storm problem and more of a heat problem as we close out that work week. Again, Thursday, Friday into Saturday is what it's starting to look like, spilling over into the weekend, where those temperatures get near 90 degrees across mid-Missouri. Now, it's not exactly going to be a dramatic cool down in terms of the air temperatures, but I think we're going to be tracking a boundary through the area that's going to bring us some drier feeling weather. So it's not going to be quite as humid as we close out Saturday, mainly into Sunday, but still, look at that, getting back into those upper 80s. So not a whole lot of rest for the weary as we get into this weekend, but it's at least looking a little bit better than steamy low 90s Thursday and Friday. That's what you want to prepare for. Stay hydrated as we close out the work week.